Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So finally a close game in this week of the IPL 2025. RCB was taking on MI and it's the RCB team who has beaten the Mumbai Indians team by 12 runs in the end. And yes, Vishnu, coming to you, it was a very close game. Till the penultimate ball of the innings, we were not sure which team is gonna make it. But yeah, in the end, it's the RCB team and another away victory for them. Three away victories so far for them, and RCB now is well placed at the points table.
Yeah, we expected this kind of play from them. They were expected to be one of the best in the league. We expected the RCB and SRH to be one of them, and we got 50% of it right. So they are playing like the team that they are. So kudos to them. They batted extremely well. So that there itself, they put 20 runs extra there on that wicket. Anywhere around 200 to 210 would have been ideal for anybody to chase. They put that at 10 to 15 runs extra. Jitesh batted beautifully in the end. And the way Rajat Patidar took on Bolt and the other guys also, it was tremendous. So they batted brilliantly, and they also squeezed in the middle. The if you look at Mumbai's innings, there was Surya who couldn't get going. Surya's one of the main forte was to manipulate the spinners with the sweep and reverse sweep and his slog sweeps, but he couldn't get going today. I think it was a brilliant captaincy there. He squeezed two of Surya Sharma's over when Surya was batting, where he struggled. So that was a very good tactical innings. And in the end, also, he kept Krunal's over at the end. He waited. He trusted the Rajat Patidar trusted is one of the main bowlers, the faster bowlers, to pick the wickets of the main two guys, Tilak Varma and Hardik Pandya. And the bowlers delivered. They executed the plans. They delivered. They got the wickets, and it was easier for Krunal Pandya to bowl at Mitchell Santner and Deepak Chahar and Naman Dev. But what innings that Hardik Pandya played. He came in and he blasted away. That was extremely well fought. Kudos to both the teams. They made a brilliant match out of it.
Exactly, and the RCB team. I would say when you have lost the toss on this kind of a deck, you are catching up in the game. But how they batted, as you said, they lost Phil Salt pretty early in the innings. Then Devdutt Padikkal. We were talking about Devdutt Padikkal's intent, and this time around in this season, in particular, Devdutt Padikkal is showing some intent. Nimish and Devdutt Padikkal at number three. Uh, After losing Phil Salt early, RCB could have easily got behind in the game, but Devdutt Padikkal alongside Virat Kohli was just phenomenal in the middle overs post the dismissal of Phil Salt.
Yeah, absolutely. He was backing his skills. He's a potential hard hitter actually, Abhilash, and to be precise. And I back him as an opener also. But but in performance wise, he has not looking at the previous two seasons, he was not performing at his best because of the change in the number. Also, I usually prefer him either number one or because of his aggressive approach, I prefer him as an opener because he debuted his season for IPL, for RCB itself. First season he played for RCB. He debuted playing as an opener itself, and he scored brilliant two centuries in the debut season, I guess, or maybe I'm wrong, I guess. But he scored a century, at least one century. But if you look at the runs he scored at a tremendous high strike rate to score as an opener, and I back him. Whatever the approach he is, he's using as whatever approach he's using right now. I back him to use the same approach and play the aggressive cricket by respecting the conditions. Absolutely.
Exactly. And this time around, if we look at Virat Kohli, he is trying to maximize the power play. And I think the middle order that they have, featuring Rajat Patidar, Livingston, he couldn't fire today, Livingston, but he has performed in the previous games. Jitesh Sharma and then Tim David. So this definitely gives the confidence to the top order to maximize the power play and go all guns blazing. Coming to Rajat Patidar at number four, I don't think Vishnu there is any captaincy burden on him. He is attacking the spinners as we had expected him to, and today as well he was just phenomenal. Five boundaries, four sixes at a brilliant strike rate of 264 runs. I think it was very crucial.
Absolutely. There was nothing seeming to be bothering about Rajat Patidar as a leader. I mean, the captaincy doesn't affect his batting as well. So he's been in tremendous form even in domestic cricket. He's been a very good domestic season as well. So kind of taking that into here and without the burden of captaincy and making sure in a team with that has already has Virat Kohli being a leader and stepping and proving his mettle, it means a lot to him. It means a lot to him and also the franchise as a whole. He's stepping in as captain beautifully, and he's sinking into that role of a captain, and we can see that he is the captain now. So it happens to be like we can see Rajat Patidar as a leader now. So it suits him.
Yeah. Coming to Jitesh Sharma, he is being promoted up the order as far as Tim David is concerned. He is coming ahead of Tim David, and we have seen him playing some such cameos, Ashish, for Punjab Kings as well. Jitesh Sharma today was just phenomenal. We had seen his interviews. I had seen some interviews of him prior to this season, and he was looking confident. And today, it was just a brilliant show. 19 balls, 40 in the end. That unbeaten 40. I think that was the turning point, or rather the runs that made the difference between the two sides.
यस बिल्कुल जितेश शर्मा जिस तरह से आज का कैमियो उन्होंने खेला है और जिस तरह के उनको प्रमोट किया गया है बैटिंग ऑर्डर में, तो उनका टैलेंट आप देख सकते हैं। उन्होंने ट्रेंट बोल्ट को जिस तरह से उन्होंने स्वीप करके छक्का मारा था स्क्वायर लेग के ऊपर से, आप उनका वो टैलेंट आप देख सकते हैं। एक आध शॉट्स जो होते हैं ना, आपने जिस तरह से उन्होंने उसको इम्प्रोवाइज करके मारा है वो शॉट, काफी अच्छे बल्लेबाज के रूप में देखे जाते हैं जितेश शर्मा, और इतने ज्यादा चांसेस उनको अभी तक मिले नहीं है। आज होपफुली उनको अच्छे से उनको यूटिलाइज किया गया, उनको ऊपर भेजा गया और उन्होंने काफी अच्छे जो रन्स ऐड किए हैं। बिल्कुल इन्हीं रन्स की वजह से जो डिफरेंस क्रिएट हुआ है लास्ट में, जितना क्लोज ये मैच आ गया था, जो 20-30 रनों का डिफरेंस था, आप बोल सकते हैं आप जितेश शर्मा ने जिस तरह से वो ऐड किए थे अपनी इनिंग्स में, वो काफी हेल्पफुल साबित हुए आरसीबी के लिए।
Exactly. Vishnu, coming to you, 221, never an easy target to chase. But I think Mumbai didn't start off pretty well. They lost. Rohit Sharma started well, but he got out early once again. I think first 10 overs, they have scored 79 and they have lost a couple of wickets of Rohit Sharma, Rickleton, and Will Jacks as well. So 3 wickets for 79 in the first 10 overs. I think after 10 overs, it was the brilliance of Hardik Pandya and Tilak Varma that got them back into the game. But they were always catching up in the game, and RCB had their noses ahead after the 10 overs in the MI innings.
Absolutely. After the 10-over mark, they were absolutely cruising. The way the bowlers executed their plans, it was mind-boggling. Like if you look at the bowling, Yash Dayal, I mean, if you look at the new ball attack that RCB had, they always started with Bhuvi and Hazelwood in the last two games. Just that Rohit Sharma was there, they brought in the left armer, and it was a very good tactical decision. Even if he went for a couple of boundaries, he took the wicket of Rohit Sharma. That was absolutely terrific captaincy from Rajat Patidar to trust the youngster ahead of Josh Hazelwood with the experience of Josh Hazelwood and picking up his wicket early, and the way the remaining others went through with the power play also was tremendous to see. It is by far the best bowling unit that RCB has ever had. So this is the best thing that could happen to them. And also talking about the rest of the game, in the middle they had 7 to 11 overs mark. They bowled beautifully with the spinners Krunal Pandya and Surya Sharma. For 2 overs that Surya Sharma bowled, he gave away only 10 runs. I think 3 overs he gave away only 15 runs. So 5 runs an over in a chase of 220 for the first 3 overs, putting a lot of pressure on the opposition team. So only a brilliant innings that could have helped Mumbai to get back into the game, that happened through Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya was a beast altogether today. He smashed Josh Hazelwood and Krunal Pandya all around the park. At one point, I thought Mumbai would be cruising this game. Somehow they're going to make it but Bhuvi bowled a beautiful over, 16th or 17th over, got the wicket of Tilak Varma, and Josh Hazelwood came in and got the wicket of Hardik Pandya, and the game was done. So that was very, very excellent. Overall, the game was good. As a fan and as an analyst, it was very enjoyable to see, and kudos to RCB.
Exactly, and as you have brought up the point of Suyash Sharma in the middle overs for RCB. One thing, Nimish, I noticed when Will Jacks and Suryakumar Yadav was batting, that Suyash had a simple plan. he was bowling outside the off stump, and the over dependence on sweep shots. Whether it's Suryakumar Yadav or Will Jacks, I think they were depending a lot on the sweep shots. They were trying to nudge the ball on the leg side, and I think they could have easily gone with the turn over covers, but they were depending a lot on the sweep shots, and they were unable to time the ball throughout.
Yeah, they were in two minds actually, Abhilash. Actually, they were supposed to attack at that point of time. They should have taken risk, but because in the fear of losing a wicket, they were not attacking at that point of time. I was I was getting that kind of an idea at that point of time, especially when Krunal Pandya came. Uh, I don't think it was a wicket-taking ball when Will Jacks got dismissed. Just a sheer, lack of timing because of that, and it was a surprise bouncer from Krunal Pandya. Uh, be- and as I said, sheer lack of timing. I felt there he took the wicket. It was all, initial 10 overs or after till 15 overs. It was the it was a play of mindset in the end. In the end, I would like to say this: it was a play of mindset that you know Rajat Patidar and was a player
Tish,
Sharma, Jitesh Sharma,
Hitesh.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jitesh Sharma. So I'm sorry for that. Yeah, so willing to take risk, as I said. Rajat Patidar and Jitesh Sharma were willing to take risks. They were absolutely playing unorthodox shots after the second strategic timeout got over. Uh, Hardik Pandya was bowling an absolutely great spell. Till the end of 3 overs, he had given at more, not more than 8 runs per over. He was not more than 8 runs per over on an average. But and when he came in the last over, when he came to bowl his last over, I really thought that there were 6 overs pending, and the top three bowlers, their top three bowlers, excluding Pandya, they were having 2 overs each. So I really thought that they should have Hardik Pandya should have gone with Deepak Chahar. He should have taken risk with bowling with Deepak Chahar, but he went on to bowl, and he was actually bowling as per the fielding, field positions also. But as I was saying, Rajat Patidar and Jitesh Sharma were willing to take risk, and they were playing unorthodox shots, and that paid off well for them. And this the same thing had to be copied by the MI batsmen also, which they didn't. And pressure started building up slowly and steadily. And in that process itself, Will Jacks got dismissed with a surprise bouncer, and even Surya got a one good chance because of a small confusion between Jitesh and Yash Dayal in between. It was a sure shot, Dayal's catch. It was clear cut his catch, but in the pressure of maybe to take the catch, they were not able to communicate, and it was a mistake of Jitesh Sharma itself. It was not his catch actually, but he was not able to make the good of it. Surya was not able to make the good of it, and he got dismissed in the same over itself in the last. And yeah, after and especially when Surya got dismissed after the before the strategic timeout itself, they started taking risk, and they started targeting Suyash Sharma only. When Tilak started targeting Suyash Sharma, the momentum got, the pressure of the run rate slowly decreased, slowly and steadily. And after that, it was a, a proper, in the end, you have to, the bowlers were, वो अपना यॉर्कर्स बराबर वो लोग लैंड कर रहे थे अपना, जो हार्दिक पांड्या को भी करना चाहिए था इन दी एंड, उनको भी, क्योंकि हर जो लेंथ पे वो बॉल कर रहे थे वो सही लेंथ था आफ्टर ऑल, मैं कहूँगा इन दी एंड. बट दे you had to change the lengths, you had to make some tweaks or some adjustment at that point of time to score less runs, to give some less runs to the RCB team. They were not able to do that, And yes, this is the thing that I wanted to say, Abhilash.
Yeah. Coming
So
to
I just
Virat.
want to add
Yeah, Vishnu.
quickly
Yeah.
about Kunal Pandya. Kunal Pandya bowled. He's a very very clever bowler. He adjusted the
Yeah,
pace very beautifully. He bowled a certain balls at good length for around 90-95. The next ball, the Will Jacks, when he got out, it was around 115. It was like a medium pace of bowling. I think Shardul Thakur he will be bowling around that pace. So he was
no, no.
20. I mean,
That
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding, man. So, uh, so he
yeah,
bowled 20 kilometers extra. That effort showed him. The pace variation got to him. Will Jacks didn't expect that pacey delivery at the body.
yeah.
So that got the better of him. And even at the end, though he was bowling to not so recognized batters like Hardik and Tilak, but Namandir was also batting and Mitchell Sandner was also striking the ball well. But to deceive them in the air with his pace variations and that also the pressure that he was brought in. So that is tremendous effort from them. And finally, it is 6-1 finally. Last 6 matches has been won by MI at Wankhede. This is the first match that RCB has won. So RCB are creating records this season. They bet Chennai at Chepauk after 18 years, and they're beating Mumbai in Wankhede after 2015. So they are on a right course.
Another point, Abhilash, I would like to highlight here. Yash Dayal's first over to Rohit Sharma. He was bowling at he was bowling the off stump line continuously, and the moment he bowled the it was a straight delivery. There was nothing rocket science in it. Just he bowled the stump line, and Rohit Sharma was absolutely not expecting that line, I guess, at that point of time. And but with his experience, he managed to get an edge out of it. But if it was a new batsman or a batsman paying at his peak, uh, who is less in age. I was supposed to say that who is less in age as comparative to Rohit Sharma. He was supposed to get he's supposed to get an edge at that point of time, and he got dismissed at that time. And so kudos to RCB's bowling also in this match. I guess they bowled very brilliantly in this.
Yeah, as far as the Rohit Sharma dismissal is concerned, it was very similar to how Phil Salt got out.
It's all,
The
yeah.
previous
Yeah,
boundary, both of the players had driven one through the cover region for a boundary. And as a batter, you should expect the one coming into you as a left arm pacer bowling to you. It was Trent Bolt in Phil Salt's case, and it was Yash Dayal in Rohit Sharma's case. Both of them got deceived and they played the wrong line. They played across the line. Coming to you, Ashish, about Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, RCB depends a lot on Phil Salt to provide them a very good start in the power play, to provide them a fiery start in the power play. But once Phil Salt got out, and MI could have easily got the wicket of Virat Kohli, and the pressure would have been on RCB straight away. But विराट कोहली ने ये इंश्योर किया कि वहां पे उन्होंने अटैक किया पावर प्ले में. आप देखेंगे नॉर्मली जो विराट करते हैं कंपेयर टू दैट, विराट कोहली वाज अटैकिंग अ बिट मोर. And as far as against Bumrah is concerned, it was a battle which was talked about a lot. Bumrah गेंद डालने आते हैं, first ball of the over, first ball that he was facing, and he struck it for 6, and I think that was a statement. Ashish.
जी देखिए, बिल्कुल इसी जगह पे है ना आपका एक्सपीरियंस काम आता है. आप विराट कोहली जिस तरह का इंटेंट उन्होंने दिखाया आज के फर्स्ट 6 ओवर्स में, आप देखें कंटिन्यू उन्होंने हर बॉलर के पीछे उन्होंने किसी बॉलर को ऐसा अपने ऊपर डोमिनेट नहीं होने दिया है. अपने शॉट्स खेले हैं, फ्री होके अपने शॉट्स खेले हैं, अपने स्ट्रॉन्ग एरियाज में शॉट्स खेले हैं. और बिल्कुल वानखेड़े का जो विकेट है, आप देखें वहां रन बनते हैं. आप लाल मिट्टी के विकेट पे आपके रन बनेंगे, बाउंस आपको अच्छा वहां पर मिलेगा. और विराट कोहली इतने एक्सपीरियंस बल्लेबाज हैं कि वो वहां पे उसका यूटिलाइज कर पाए. विकेट गिरा, उसका उन्होंने कोई प्रेशर नहीं लिया और उनको पता था कि इस तरह से वो बैटिंग वहां पर कर सकते हैं और उन्होंने किया. अब जसप्रीत बुमराह का आप देख लीजिए, MI का मैं बिल्कुल मानना चाहूंगा कि उनके लिए कितना खराब ये स्टैट्स होंगे कि जसप्रीत बुमराह आपको 4 ओवर में सिर्फ 20-25 रन खर्च करके देते हैं और उसके बावजूद आपकी टीम 214, 215, 200 प्लस का स्कोर आप बोर्ड पे देख रहे हैं. तो बाकी गेंदबाजों का यहाँ पर आज अपना रोल बिल्कुल निभा नहीं पाए. जसप्रीत बुमराह इतने इफेक्टिव रहे हैं तो भी मुंबई आज उनको RCB को इतना बड़ा स्कोर करने से रोक नहीं पाए. उसके बिल्कुल जो सूत्रधार रहे वो बिल्कुल विराट कोहली रहे हैं। जिस तरह से उन्होंने वो इनिंग्स खेली है, बिल्कुल विराट कोहली का यहाँ पर आज का जो इनिंग्स है बहुत अच्छा मोमेंटम उनको यहाँ पे मिला है और इसको कंटिन्यू करना चाहेंगे। जिस तरह से आरसीबी का डग आउट, जिस तरह से उनकी एनर्जी बनी हुई है उस फील्ड पे।
Exactly. Coming to you, Vishnu, one last point I would like to mention is Hazelwood and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. In these kind of high-scoring encounters, we should not look at economy rates, especially when you are defending a massive total. Every batter comes at you, they want to strike you. But Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Hazelwood, when it mattered the most, they delivered, they executed the Yorkers pretty well. And I think Bhuvi's experience and Hazelwood in the 19th over especially, 1-6 by Santner, wherein he missed the Yorker by a very thin margin, I would say. But otherwise, Hazelwood and Bhuvneshwar Kumar with the Yorkers were, I think, the deciding factor in while defending the total.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at it, RCB has always lacked a very good, experienced pacer bowlers who can, come and deliver for them with the new ball or with the old ball with the death overs. So they got that perfect combination in Bhuvi and Hazelwood. If you look at first 2 overs of Hazelwood, he just gave away 6 runs in the power play. That is, if you're bowling 12 overs, 12 balls in the power play and you give only 6 runs, that is absolutely gold mine, and you pick up a wicket as well at the top. So what more do you need from your premium fast bowler? And Bhuvi, I think it all started with Bhuvi. He got the wicket of Tilak Varma there, bowling, nailing those Yorkers and pitching one just around short of length and very wide of off. So it was very good execution from the RCB. Two premium fast bowlers of RCB. They came into the party and we called it again and again that Hazelwood's form and Hazelwood, just because he's there, RCB's bowling unit is 10 times better. So these are the kind of bowlers that, we talked about in preview of the yesterday also. Hazelwood is Bumrah of RCB. Even in a 220 game, he gone around 4 overs, 37 runs and 2 wickets. Your fast bowler at Wankhede, that is very, very excellent thing to have.
Yeah, one more thing, Vishnu, I would like to ask you is that Rohit Sharma missed out on the last game due to an injury. Ryan Rickelton and Will Jacks opened the innings for MI. Today, as soon as Rohit came back into the side, Will Jacks was pushed to number 3. And what that meant was Namandhir, who played really well in the previous game at number 3, was pushed very low down the order. He came in at 7, I guess, after Hardik Pandya, 7 or 8. He struck the first ball for 6. Namandhir, I think, is not finding a suited batting position in this MI setup, as far as I think.
Yeah, with the combination that they have, they heavily have, 3 of their main players are batting out of position. Tilak Varma, his usual batting position is number 3. His ideal position should be number 3. He have performed even for Mumbai, even for India in the biggest stages at number 3. Surya Kumar Yadav is coming perfectly at number 4. Will Jacks is playing out of position at number 3. Namandhir is playing out of position at number 5. So if you look at the bench strength also, they do not have much of a bench strength as such. Robin Mins was tried at the role of a finisher, but he couldn't, satisfy the expectations that he came up with. The only change that I can see is if they want to drop Will Jacks and bring in Robin Mins. That is the only change that they can be looking at. But I don't think they should be doing. They can back Will Jacks. Will Jacks is a class player. And at Wankhede, he can win you games. He will surely win you a couple of games. And he's a very good bowler as well. So I think this is the best combination for them. They have somehow have to bring the best out of the players.
Yeah, Ashish, any chance of including another overseas player like Mujibur Rahman, or they have a very talented player like Corbin Bosch in their lineup, who is a part of the impact substitute? I was just looking at it. क्या उन दोनों में से कोई Will Jacks की जगह टीम में आ सकता है? Because Will Jacks, we have seen him perform for RCB, but this season I don't think he is doing the job for them.
देखिए एग्जैक्टली आपको चेंजेस तो टीम में करने होंगे। जिस तरह से टीम आप ये जो प्लेइंग 11 खिला रहे हैं, आपको अपने होम ग्राउंड पे भी आपको यहाँ पर जीत नहीं पा रहे हैं और आरसीबी ने आपको आज 200 प्लस रन मारे हैं, ऊपर से आपको चेज नहीं करने दिया। इतना अच्छा यहाँ पर एनकाउंटर हुआ है, उनके गेंदबाजों ने आपको बांध के रखा है। आपके बल्लेबाज देखिए मुंबई में है ना, मुंबई की जो बैटिंग लाइनअप है काफी लंबी बैटिंग लाइनअप है और इसके चलते वो सही प्लेयर्स को सही पोजीशन पे नहीं खिला पा रहे हैं। आप उनको लगता है कि आप सफल करें बैटिंग ऑर्डर में, क्योंकि लंबा बैटिंग लाइनअप है, तो राइट प्लेस पे राइट प्लेयर हो तो आपको लंबे बैटिंग लाइनअप की भी जरूरत नहीं है। आपके पास 5, 6, 7 नंबर तक अगर बल्लेबाज हैं, ऑलराउंडर्स हैं, तो आपका काम हो जाएगा 20 ओवर्स में। लेकिन अगर आप सही जगह पे सही प्लेयर्स नहीं खिलाएंगे, उनको उनका बैटिंग ऑर्डर प्रॉपर नहीं मिलेगा, तो वो बिल्कुल ऐसी इसी तरह से आपको दिक्कतें होंगी एक अच्छे टोटल टारगेट चेज करने में, और बिल्कुल चेंजेस करने पड़ेंगे। आप मुजीबुर रहमान को ले आ सकते हैं, क्योंकि एक अच्छा स्पिनिंग ऑप्शन आपके पास हो जाएगा। वो विकेट टेकर हैं, वो मैच पलट सकते हैं। उनके 4 ओवर काफी किफायती रहेंगे ऐसे विकेट्स पे जहां पे आपने देखा कि सुयश शर्मा ने मिडिल ओवर्स में पूरा मोमेंटम रोक दिया था मुंबई की टीम का। बिल्कुल वो विल जैक्स उनको स्वीप पे स्वीप मारने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उनके बैट पे बॉल टच नहीं हो रहा है। एक ही प्लान से उनको खेलना जा रहे थे। वहां पे जो उन्होंने वो मोमेंटम को स्लो किया है, और वो जो 15-20 गेंदें विल जैक्स ने वहां पर खेली, और वहां से जो मोमेंटम स्लो हुआ है, बिल्कुल लास्ट में वही आपको दिक्कतें किया है टारगेट चेज करने में। क्योंकि और हार्दिक पांड्या भी आप थोड़ा ऊपर आ सकते हैं, आपको कोई इशू नहीं, आपको कोई 30 गेंदों में 70-80 रन करने के लिए नहीं बने हार्दिक पांड्या। आप थोड़ा ऊपर आके टाइम लेके, वो बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा खेलते हैं। तो बिल्कुल सफल करना होगा, प्लेयर्स का इंक्लूजन एक्सक्लूजन करना होगा टीम में। इसी तरह से आपको एक परफेक्ट कॉम्बिनेशन सेट करना होगा, क्योंकि ये कॉम्बिनेशन आपके लिए काम नहीं कर रहा है।
गुजरात के लिए वो कर चुके हैं ऐसा, पहले नंबर 4 पे आ चुके हैं पहले भी।
एग्जैक्टली।
So
Vishnu, you want to
that's
add?
also Abhilash. You brought in a good point. I totally forgot about Corbin Bosch there. So if they
Yeah.
want to change, Will Jacks can be rested, Namandi can be pushed up, or Tilak Varma can be pushed up. So that will be freeing up a spot at the end for Corbin Bosch, who can play the role of a Karen Pollard there. He doesn't need to bowl his 4 overs quota. If he needs, he can bowl 1 or 2 overs, because Bumrah is back. They have Deepak Chahar, they have bowled. They have Mitchell Sandner and Vignesh Puttur, and Hardik Pandya is also bowling well as a 6 bowler. So if they need, they can also have Corbin Bosch, or also
Yeah,
they have scouted Bevan Jacobs also there. He's a very
Yeah.
good talent from New Zealand. So either one of Corbin Bosch or Bevan Jacobs can be swapped in place of Will Jacks. So that is a good option to have for them.
Yeah. Nimish, you want to add something?
yeah, especially Corbin Bosch is a batting all-rounder, so yeah, he's a very good option for the team. I was just trying to add this point.
Yeah. One thing I want to know from you, Vishnu, we saw Tilak Varma being retired out in the previous game because he wasn't striking the ball as MI set up or everyone was expecting him to. Today, I think it was a statement from Tilak Varma. He has performed for India. He's a regular in the Indian T20 setup now. And Tilak Varma performed well today. Although they couldn't win the game, but Tilak Varma would be a very, very good positive because he, as far as the strike rate is concerned, he was struggling throughout the season so far. But today, it was a very special innings from him. And I think it was the brilliance of Tilak Varma and Hardik Pandya that brought MI into the game because RCB was once losing while defending the total.
The game, I know at one point, only when Hardik came in and Tilak, the way Tilak and Hardik batted, that partnership brought MI back into the game. And also in the talking about the LSG versus MI match, I could not understand a logical explanation to take out a very good talent in Tilak Varma and bringing in Mitchell Sandner. Even if he's facing 26 of 26 runs, in the last over, if you need 20 runs, I will definitely back Tilak Varma to get at least 1 or 2 hits away, because you have Hardik at non-strikers end. If he hits a 1 or 2 and he rotates a strike, Hardik can hit another 1 or 2. How can you take out Tilak Varma and bring in Mitchell Sandner? If you have someone like a better batter who's experienced enough, or a batting all-rounder like anybody, if Karen Pollard was there at the bench, or if MS was there on the bench, not the MS of today, but last year. So if someone of that caliber is there at the bench, you could have, that would have made sense. But whatever that happened in the LSG game, that definitely would have impacted Tilak Varma's morale. For any player to come back from that and to produce a knock like this, it is an absolute statement to MI management that, hey, I'm here and this is my job. I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do it for the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tilak Varma was actually, itching to score runs in this game. He was, as you said, Abhilash, it was a statement from him. And I would like to highlight the same situation here. Everyone knows who's Rahul Tewatia. So Rahul Tiwatia, I just read I just got to know this information from a video itself. I would like to quote that video here. Uh, the same
या
situation happened.
रकीम कॉर्नवेल को कौन थे वो गेंदबाज थे
Sheldon
लेफ्ट आर्म
Cottrell.
कॉटरेल सॉरी शेल्डन
Sheldon
कॉटरेल
Cottrell. Sheldon Cottrell.
एग्जैक्टली
Yeah, it
यही
was the game
सिचुएशन
at
था
पंजाब था,
राहुल
Sharjah. It
तेवतिया
was
का
the game at
पंजाब
Sharjah.
वर्सेस
Yeah.
पंजाब था वो वर्सेस पंजाब
RR
मैच था
versus
वो.
RR versus Punjab.
एग्जैक्ट.
Rahul Tewatia
हाँ
was
जी,
playing for
हाँ जी.
RR. He was struggling and he struck 5
Yes.
sixes in the overs
या
against
सो इन
उसके बाद
दैट
शेल्डन
मैच.
कॉटरेल शायद अनसोल्ड गए थे अगले ऑप्शन में
हाँ.
yeah.
वो जो
उसके
वहां
बाद
से
में
टर्निंग
तो
पॉइंट चेंज हुआ था वहां से बिल्कुल राहुल तेवतिया का करियर वहीं से बूस्ट अप हुआ था तो बिल्कुल निमिष ने बहुत सही सही बात हाईलाइट की है आप इतने बड़े कैलिबर के खिलाड़ी को आप बाहर बुला रहे हैं और उनकी जगह आप सेंटनर को अंदर भेज रहे हैं तो बिल्कुल सूर्या ने भी ये क्वेश्चन किया
आपके
था तो
पास
आई थिंक आई वाज कंफ्यूज दैट इट वाज फ्रॉम सूर्या दिस कॉल और फ्रॉम टीम मैनेजमेंट और फ्रॉम अनंत
ये
अंबानी आई डोंट नो
ये महिला
This
जयवर्धने
is
का
from
काम है
Mahela. This is
आशीष.
from Mahela.
महिला जयवर्धने 4.5 फुटिया आदमी महिला जयवर्धने का काम है वो. सही कहूँ तो बोलना नहीं चाहिए,
Surya was
गलत बात
flabbergasted
है.
by that decision. Surya couldn't
Exactly,
believe
he was very
what has
shocked.
happened.
He was totally shocked by listening to that decision or the suggestion that he gave at that point of time. And I don't know how वो कैसे क्यों पुल ऑफ हुआ मुझे भी नहीं समझ में आया. 17 पे 17 बॉल खेल रहे थे जो मैं जिनकी बात कर रहा था राहुल तिवाटिया के बारे में. 17 में 17 बॉल he was facing 17 runs out of 17 balls and आरआर के पास भी वो ऑप्शन था, वो कर सकते थे. बट इट वाज शॉकिंग टू सी आरआर ने बैक किया और एमआई जैसी मैनेजमेंट वाली टीम ने तिलक वर्मा को बैक नहीं किया. मे बी पॉसिबल हो सकता था कि शायद थोड़ा नजदीक आ जाता मैच, शायद टाई हो जाता एटलीस्ट. जीते या नहीं जीते दैट इज अ डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ अ डिबेट, बट एटलीस्ट नजदीक जरूर आ सकता था वो मैच. बहुत टाइट हो सकता था अगर तिलक को बैक किया होता तो उस मैच में.
One more reason I
If it had
think
been
it,
for any
that
other player,
decision. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, Abhilash, you carry
Yeah,
on.
yeah, go. Yeah, I was
Okay.
saying that one more reason I think that the decision didn't make sense was even when Santner was brought in to the ground with Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya wasn't taking singles. So why would you
He was
bring
not able.
Santner?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if it would have been Tilak Varma, Hardik Pandya could have easily given the strike to him. So why would you retire out Tilak Varma for a player like Mitchell Santner? Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Vishnu, go ahead.
Yeah, if had it been for any other player, had it been any other team doing this, after the match, I don't think the backing that I mean, only because it is from MI, Tilak Varma was able to gain back, and also the mindset of the player and the caliber of the player to come back and produce an innings like this. Had it been any other franchise, he wouldn't have even played in the 11. So I'm very very. I mean, interested and in love with the MI franchisee day by day, with the way that they're backing the younger talents, the backing of the younger scouts that they have. So kudos to them also. That was one brain drain moment that they had, but other than that, MI is a very good franchisee to back the
या
youngsters.
अनदर थिंग सेंस में मतलब मुझे ये पॉइंट आउट करना था अभिलाष कि आपने अगर तिलक को मौका दिया होता, if you would have given the whole innings to rather than retiring him out in the middle of the innings itself, आपने अगर उनको पूरा खेलने दिया होता. और चलो ठीक है, मैं वही वापस से वही कह रहा हूँ कि आप जीते या हारते वो अलग बात थी. अगर आप हारते तो डायरेक्टली या इनडायरेक्टली एटलीस्ट आपके पास एक पॉइंट होता कि तिलक ने थोड़ा प्रेशर बना दिया, उस वजह से वहां पर हम मैच हार गए. आपने वो भी मतलब अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं कहूंगा, सॉरी, बट वो पॉइंट जो है वो भी आपने इनवैलिड कर दिया आपने उस टाइम पे वो स्टेप उठाकर आपने मतलब. सो मुझे भी ये समझ में नहीं आया ये ब्लंडर. मैं बोलना चाहूंगा पिछले साल जो ब्लंडर हुआ मार्क बाउचर के थ्रू, जो कैप्टनसी का जो मतलब बोलते ना इलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम हुआ, रोहित शर्मा को साइडलाइन कर हार्दिक पांड्या को लाया गया. ठीक है, मैं वापस से डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा, बट जिस हिसाब से हुआ वो तरीका गलत था. बट ये जो हुआ मतलब पिछले मैच में जो हुआ, ये उससे भी बड़ा ब्लंडरस डिसीजन था मुझे लगता है. जो हुआ इन द हीट ऑफ द मोमेंट हुआ या कुछ उसके पीछे मंशा थी वो समझ में नहीं आया, बट नहीं होना चाहिए था. जो भी हुआ नहीं होना चाहिए था मेरे हिसाब से.
Exactly, and any player can have a day like that. If we look at today's scorecard, Will Jacks has scored 22 of 18. and Surya Kumar Yadav has scored 28 of 26, while you were chasing 222. So Surya Kumar Yadav, the T20I captain of India, can have a day like this. So why not Tilak Varma? He is still an youngster. Coming to tomorrow's matches, we have a double header tomorrow. KKR is taking on LSG, Ashish. At the Eden Gardens, it was the game which was rescheduled to Tuesday. So how are you looking at that game? LSG has won the previous game. KKR is on a winning streak. Which team has the upper hand going into the contest?
जी बिल्कुल, केकेआर और एलएसजी का आप देखें, एलएसजी एक बहुत अच्छे मोमेंटम के साथ आ रही है और बिल्कुल उनके पास जिस तरह का बैटिंग लाइनअप है, एक बहुत अच्छा भी ऋषभ पंत कलर में नहीं दिखे हैं, बहुत खराब अभी तक के उनके मैचेस और फॉर्म रहा है। काफी क्वेश्चन भी उठ रहे हैं उनके पीछे कि अगर आपने केएल राहुल को देना ही था तो आपने किसको लिया है। बट फैंस का ये रहता ही है हर बार, लेकिन ऋषभ पंत को मैं देखना चाहूंगा कि ऋषभ पंत जल्दी कलर में रंगों में नजर आए, उनके शॉट्स वापस आए और अपनी टीम के लिए परफॉर्म कर पाए वो। लेकिन उनके अलावा आप देखेंगे निकोलस पूरन बहुत ही अच्छे रंगों में नजर आ रहे हैं, बहुत लंबे लंबे छक्के लगा रहे हैं और काफी अच्छा खेल रहे हैं। तो एलएसजी के लिए बिल्कुल ये बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट है और अच्छे विनिंग मोमेंटम के साथ आएगी ईडन गार्डन्स में। ईडन गार्डन में आपने पिछला मैच देखा था, काफी अच्छा रहा था, वहां शायद मौसम का भी थोड़ा इंटरप्शन रह रहा है। पिछले मुकाबले में शायद मैच भी रेन भी था पहले या दूसरे मुकाबले में। तो बिल्कुल वहां पे थोड़ा गेंदबाजों का अच्छा वहां पर रोल प्ले रहेगा। स्टार्टिंग में जो तेज गेंदबाज डालेंगे उनका काफी अच्छा वहां पर रहेगा रोल। तो बिल्कुल कल के लिए मैं देखूंगा कि केकेआर शुड बी द टीम हु शुड गो फॉर द विन बिकॉज इट इज देयर होम मैच, सो दे शुड यूटिलाइज द कंडीशंस नाइसली। बाकी लखनऊ के ऊपर है, लखनऊ जितना अच्छा खेल दिखाएगी वो उतना अच्छा वहां पर रिजल्ट पाएगी। तो बिल्कुल देखना होगा, कल का मुकाबला काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है।
Exactly, and it is a day game, so it adds to the excitement. Second game, Vishnu, Punjab Kings, CSK, a very underrated rivalry, I would say, because even when CSK has dominated the entire season, it's the Punjab Kings who have been their nemesis. I still remember Sikandar Raza playing a winning knock at Chepauk. So Punjab Kings have troubled them, although they didn't have a very good lineup as they have this season. But even when CSK has dominated the season of IPL, previous seasons of IPL, Punjab Kings have emerged as their nemesis. Tomorrow's game, how are you looking at it? It is at Chandigarh.
I mean, it is not. I mean, on paper, if you look at it, PB case is the obvious, a front runner to win the game. But I would like, to CSK to bounce back. They're known for their comeback from behind. So I would like to see the intent that was missing in the last game. So that is a thing to look out for. And I want that fighting spirit that CSK should be showing. So I'm expected to see a very good game tomorrow also. And also one other thing, coincidentally, I'm wearing a red t-shirt today, and the red t-shirt team won. So I'll hopefully be sitting in yellow tomorrow and hoping that yellow team wins.
Yeah, and if you look at the points table, RCB is at the number 3 position now with 3 wins out of 4 matches. And the good thing, the special thing about RCB is that they have won 3 away games so far. They have beaten KKR at Kolkata, they have beaten Chennai at Chepauk, and they have beaten MI at Mumbai. So they have lost 1 game at Bengaluru. So I don't
RCB
think
has the real challenges at Chinnaswamy, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, then
RCB will be facing
they have to be
challenges at
playing well.
Chinnaswamy.
Their problem is playing at Chinnaswamy. They have to figure out a way to win at Chinnaswamy.
Yeah, I think, but they are making it up for the in the away games. Yeah, Nimish.
That's why I suggested, in the preview itself, they should change the home ground if it is possible to.
Yeah.
Very small ground. I have seen that ground.
Yeah,
it's a very small ground, even smaller than our this in the Mumbai Wankhede itself. Very small ground.
Yeah. And I think as they have bought Phil Salt and Livingston, I think they can flourish. They still have 6 home games this season. They can bounce back, but they are definitely making it up for in the away games. Chepauk and Mumbai. Chepauk, they have beaten Chennai at Chepauk after 17 years, and today, as Vishnu mentioned, after 2015, this is the first time that RCB has beaten MI at Wankhede Stadium. A very, very special win for them. As for MI Vishnu, the concerns are still there. 4 losses out of 5 matches. They are struggling. And now their struggle is increasing day by day, because now they have lost 1 home game as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think they need to scrutiny their bowling department a little. They're leaking runs that they shouldn't be leaking. With the likes of Bumrah, Bolt, and Deepak Chahar, they shouldn't be leaking 220 runs even against RCB, being any other team. At home, you should be a team to concede 20 runs shorter than what is expected of them, because you have a very good bowling unit. To concede 20 runs extra is a very not
Exactly,
MI thing that
exactly.
to
I,
do.
I agree with Vishnu that because of Bumrah factor they have na, they have to इसको 10 to 20 runs कम का डिफरेंस तो बिल्कुल बनता है किसी भी टोटल में, क्योंकि आपके पास बुमराह
नहीं,
आ गए वहां पर.
मैं पार्टली अग्री पार्टली डिसएग्री करूंगा इस बात से, क्योंकि बुमराह फैक्टर की वजह से आज का जो मैच 240 तक का जा सकता था वो 220 पे सिमट के रह गया. ये बात मैं एग्री करता हूँ. बट बोल्ट ने आज इतनी खराब बॉलिंग नहीं की है. अकॉर्डिंग टू द फील्ड जो भी सेटिंग किया हुआ था उसके हिसाब से बॉलिंग किया है बोल्ट ने. तो प्रॉब्लम था. और सबसे बड़ी बात, बोल्ट ने जो है, ही वाज चेंजिंग हिज लेंथ आफ्टर ही वाज बीइंग स्मैश फॉर सिक्सेस. ही वाज चेंजिंग हिज लेंथ अगेन एंड अगेन, एंड ही वाज बॉलिंग वेरिएशंस आल्सो, जो कि हार्दिक पांड्या सिर्फ वेरिएशंस बॉलिंग कर रहे थे, बट उनका जो लाइन और लेंथ था वो एक ही वो मेंटेन करके चल रहे थे, जो रजत पाटीदार ने फिगर आउट कर लिया था. और उन्होंने बाद में जानबूझकर, देखिए आप नोटिस कीजिए, उन्होंने लेग साइड पे ज्यादा टारगेट किया हार्दिक पांड्या को, जहां पर फील्ड सेटिंग बहुत ही मिनिमम रखा हुआ था उन्होंने आज. तो मुझे नहीं लगता, आरसीबी ने आज काफी अच्छी बैटिंग की है, और एंड मौके पर जब मौका था तो उन्होंने बॉलिंग उस टाइम पर अच्छा कर लिया. ओवरऑल मैं कहूंगा ऑलराउंड इफेक्ट था आज आरसीबी का. ऑलराउंडर ये मतलब बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म
देखिए
किया
आपने
आरसीबी ने.
आपने नोटिस किया होगा 17th ओवर जो बुमराह ने डाला था, जितेश शर्मा और शायद रजत पाटीदार वहां पे बैटिंग कर रहे थे. उस ओवर में 4 फुल टॉस गेंदें जसप्रीत बुमराह ने डाली थी. एक भी
एग्जैक्टली.
गेंद को वो बाउंड्री के
सब
लिए
स्लोअर
कैपिटलाइज नहीं
बॉल्स,
कर पाए थे.
सब
So
स्लोअर
I
बॉल्स.
was I was like कि मतलब किस तरह का आप इंटेंट ही नहीं दिखा रहे. आप बिल्कुल शॉट उनके खिलाफ आप ऑफर ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. वो 4 गेंदे भले कोई भी गेंदबाज डालता है, वो है तो फुल टॉस गेंदे ही, आपको उनको बाहर तो
हाँ,
भेजना पड़ेगा.
बट वो बुमराह है ना, बुमराह को वो टारगेट नहीं करेंगे वो लोग. ऐसे वो लोग बुमराह को टारगेट
नहीं
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 करेंगे. उन्होंने सही बॉलर को टारगेट किया, वो थे हार्दिक पांड्या, बिकॉज ही इज नॉट अ फुल टाइम बॉलर, वो एक ऑलराउंडर है. हार्दिक इज सॉरी बुमराह इज अ फुल टाइम स्पेशलिस्ट T20 बॉलर, वो भी पेसर बॉलर है. तो वो
But
मुझे नहीं
I
लगता
don't
वो
think that
आरसीबी को.
this will work for RCB or any other team, that if they are trying to escape Jasprit Bumrah's 4 overs, then they are standing nowhere. If at their Mumbai Indians are batting well, then they will have no chance. They will have to
नहीं मैं
also one other
offer
thing
shots against Bumrah as well.
Also, one other thing, Bolt is not a death over bowler. His
Yeah.
glory days even at the death overs was over. Even at RR, he was never used at the death. He will be completing before 15 overs. He shouldn't have been bowling the 17th and 19th over. That is a captaincy mistake from Hardik Pandya. He shouldn't have bowled those 2 overs. Instead, Hardik could have bowled those overs. Even if he's leaking runs, he has the ability to take the pace off, manipulating with the fields, playing the mind games with the bowlers, and he also has the experience of bowling at the deck in international stages also. Even in the T20 World Cup that India had in West Indies,
या
he was the death bowler for India. Okay. So he should have been bowling the 17th and 19th along with Bumrah. He could have brought in those wickets, and Bolt was never supposed to be there. So that was a tactical mistake that Hardik Pandya did. He should have completed the overs of Bolt before to bowl him in the death.
Yeah, 2 bowlers for MI, Deepak Chahar and Trent Bolt. I agree with you, Vishnu. As far as the captaincy thing is concerned, the maximum out of those 8 overs between Deepak Chahar and Trent Bolt should be with the new ball, because with the new ball they look lethal. But post that, Trent Bolt, I agree with you, is not looking like a very good death over bowler. 4 overs, 57 runs for a player of his stature today. I think it was too many. So concerns remain for MI. Double header coming up tomorrow. Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you, Ashish and Nimish, for joining in. We will join tomorrow as well. And have a very, very good night. Thank you.
या थैंक यू. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.